एंथनी डिसिल्वा फ्रॉम आसोलना आमगेले. पयले सुवातेर सगळ्या गोंयकारांक तशेंच गोंयचे भायर हांव लोकांक एक गूड फ्रायडेची विशीज आनी येता त्या आयताराक एक हॅप्पी इस्टर. कित्याक इस्टर जे येता it has come after the Good Friday. And why it is called Good Friday? Because it is only through the death of Jesus Christ that there is the resurrection. So सगळ्यांक उनुनीत परबी दिता आदी फुडेंच. आतां आयज भरपूर दूख भोगता, कारण आयच्या दिसाक ही खबर उलोवपाक म्हाजें मन नासलेलें. हांव चिंततालो इस्टर जावन हेजेर एक धाकलो व्हिडिओ करतलो म्हणून. कित्याक थोड्यो नॅशनल लेवलाच्यो वस्तू आय कॅनॉट एक्सप्लेन देम इन अ शॉर्ट व्हिडिओज ऑफ मे बी इवन अ 20 or 30 minutes. They should be shorter than 10 minutes, let's say. But देरेफेन सुमार एक वरभर पयले आमच्या गोंयचे मुख्यमंत्री दोतोर प्रमोद सावंत हांवें पोस्ट चोयलो, हो पोस्ट, आनी तो म्हणटा द एसेन्स ऑफ दीस इज फॉरगिवनेस. And he is telling the Goans specially, talking about Good Friday as the essence of that is love and forgiveness. एका आवटीन तूं एक भाशेचें दांत दाखयता आनी दुसऱ्या आवटीन तुजें सरकार जे सेंट्रलाक आसा, वेर यू आर ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ दॅट सिस्टम एलॉंग विथ युअर MPs, 2 MPs, राज्यसभा MP आनी नॉर्थ गोवा लोकसभा MP. आयज इतले पिडापीड तुमी भितरल्यान जे चड करून मायनॉरिटीजांक आनी भोव करून क्रिस्तांव धर्मीक लोकांक इतली पिडापीड तुमी दिताय, पूण दुसऱ्या वटेन सारकी भांगराची उतरां, गोड गोड उतरां. आय डोंट नो. आतां वायल वी आर इन द celebration of the Easter to come, followed after the Good Friday, the forgiveness symbol by our Lord Jesus. पूण भितरल्यान आमकां इस्टराक पयले आमकां तुमी मायनॉरिटीजांक आनी चड करून क्रिस्तांव फोंडान घालूंक उठले. फोंडान यू पीपल वॉन्ट टू जस्ट decimate and सारखे सोपोवपाक उठले तुमी. A bill which was introduced now somewhere in March 25th of this last month for the amendments, Fcra bill, Foreign Contribution Regulatory Act Amendment Bill, which is an amendment to the Fcra bill, Foreign Contribution Bill Act. हे अमेंड करपाक आतां मार्चान 2026 मार्च 25 लोकसभान हें बिल इंट्रोड्यूस केलें. आनी बिकॉज ऑफ सम ओपोजिशन आतां तें बिल म्हण तूं फुडें घातलां, धुकल्लां. बट सायलंटली हे BJP सरकार जावं सेंट्रलाक जावं स्टेट गव्हर्मेंटाक, डबल इंजिन जावं ट्रिपल इंजिन, तुमी आमकां गोड गोड म्होंव दिवन, गोड गोड साकर घालून आमच्या लोकांच्या तोंडार तुमी आमकां निसंडान काबार करून आमकां डेसिमेट करूंक सोदतात. कंप्लिटली यू ऑल वॉन्ट टू डिस्ट्रॉय अस. आनी म्हाका एक समजणी मेळना. विथ लव, forgiveness and my togetherness, we keep our own Hindu brothers in high esteem, not only in Goa but all over India. There is nothing against our Hindu brothers. But we cannot sometimes be quiet and behave very diplomatic. We cannot take this, neither the Hindus nor the minorities. They should take this Fcra amendment lightly. This is hypocrisy sometimes. I state government हे बिल इंट्रोड्यूस जातले म्हणून जाणा आहले आमचोय सरकार जाणा आहलो when Dr. Pramod Sawant is so much in love with our Goans, especially the minorities, I wonder why don't you open your mouth with respect to this Fcra amendment bill that was come in the Lok Sabha. Why did your MPs did not speak out? I will not talk about the Congress MP as of today, because they are sometimes people consider or deem to have accepted that they object anything and everything mundaite. Chalo. But what about a Lok Sabha MP from North? And what about a Rajya Sabha MP? And what about a CM and the President of the BJP? Why don't you people speak out? Why don't you people make one single statement? आम्ही म्हणटा आम्ही क्रिस्तांव भाव हिंदू भाव क्रिसमसाक आम्ही एकामेकागेर वयताय ऑल बॅनर मारताय विश कोत्ताय क्रिसमसाक ऑल इज फायन बट व्हॉट इज लाइंग अंडर दॅट दिस इज ऑल हिपोक्रेसी इसलिए वस्तू आई रिमेंबर इवन ड्यूरिंग द पास्ट ड्यूरिंग लेट मनोहर पर्रेकर टाइम तोय कोत्तालो. But at least when he is to be out, he is to walk the talk. Pramod Sawant, Bab, tu mare talks did only, but you don't walk the talk. That is the biggest difference between at least you and Manoj Parekar ji. And why should I request only the Catholic or a Christian or a minority community to speak? Why don't our Hindu brothers, sisters, why don't our Hindu MLAs and ministers speak on this? Is that going to affect only the minorities then? Is it not going to have the repercussions on the whole of Indians, especially the Dalits and the poor, the health system, the education system? Will this all not be affected because this bill is passed? Where are our main focus, the minority communities or the Christians, MLAs and ministers of Goa? Where are you people? कित्याक तुम्ही तोंड उघडनाय रे आजपासून? क्रिसमस येयल्यावर विशीस घाताय, गुड फ्रायडे विशीस घातले, इस्टरा विशीस घाताय. आम्ही गोंया हिंदू क्रिस्तांव एकठांय म्हूण रावले म्हूण दाखयताय ऑल द टायम. दिस इज ऑल होक्स. दिस इज फ्रॉम इनसाइड ऑफ इट इज अ होक्स. People don't want to speak for us. What is this Fcra bill then? This is for the common people. And the Lok Sabha bill, this is how it is was introduced. And it would have got passed if not for the pressure and the opposition. And so it is now kept pending and for further reconsideration. And a bill, what does this mainly say? Amendment I'll take it. कोण नाही, उलय नाही. गोयचे ऑपोजिशन हुई गेले, 7 ऑपोजिशन आहे. भाव हुई गेले. Why don't you people speak out now? सेंट फ्रान्सिस झेवियरा लागून हातोय उबातले आम्ही. मायनॉरिटीजा गेले, सेंटिमेंट्स हर्ट झाले, तेदोन उलयतले आम्ही. Why didn't you speak? Don't you, any of the opposition MLAs are aware of this Fcra bill? Huh? Forget the opposition MLAs. Where are the political leaders? Huh? Party leaders will This bill, as per this bill, amendment पर करू शकता है. त्या बिलाप्रमाणे the government of India will have full right to confiscate all the assets of any NGOs. And there are thousands of NGOs of the minorities. Under the pretext of the registration has been cancelled, default almutle, or they might have failed to keep up to certain norms. त्यांको कसली मिस्टेक झाली, चूक झाली म्हणून दाखवली जाईल, or the registration has not been renewed of these NGOs, which among the minorities, maximum NGOs are educational institutions, health institutions who are getting the foreign funds. So find a fault there, deny them the registration and close down that institution. Number one. More dangerous is, it is not only about the denial or shutting down of that NGO. As per this amendment bill, this central government with some elected or selected people, they will be given the extra constitutional power to even take over the funds of that NGO. म्हणजे तेगे सगळे पैसे ह्याच्यान आपल्या जाय ते घेवपा जातले. And they will confiscate that fund with them. तेमको दोतले ते. So the NGOs will not be able to access their own fund, their own money. In many cases, many times these funds are generated by our locals. What happens to that? And meantime, the children, the students, and all these people who depended on these NGOs will suffer. And most of the time, the students and the people who depend on them, the hospitals that depend on them, the people who make use of this are not only the minorities. So who suffers at the end? Third, much more draconian is, as per the bill, this government, central government and their authorities will have the power, जे NGO के assets, पैसे, जमीन कित्या हातीतले, they will be able to transfer or hand over all these properties to any other government bodies. Or even they can sell off these to any private individuals. So if there is a beautiful and a very popular school under the NGO, the registration may be denied under some pretext, and that school will be just taken over by this Fcra departments. And that can be later sold to an individual, sold to anybody. And then that money will go to the central government. So, I don't know how to explain this Fcra, the amendment that is coming. It's a draconian amendment. And why this is being tried to push during this Easter time. Always there is एक popular statements करप and दुसरे हातीन अंडरग्राउंड काबार करपाचे षड्यंत्र करप. I was wondering how come the chief minister is trying to wish us on a Good Friday suddenly. Before it might have been only for a Easter. Nowadays we started even a Good Friday. This is a diversion technique. So no goals, at least speak on these issues maybe. So I'm Aktolo, Dr. Chief Minister Bab, Dr. Pramod Sawant, please make awareness on this Fcra amendment is जावपा आहा तें. Not, these are not the fears, this is the truth. That if this bill is introduced in the Lok Sabha in the coming session, in the coming time, which has been delayed because of fierce opposition, then the NGOs will be targeted, especially of the minorities. And mind you, this is not going to affect only the Christians. It's not going to affect only the minorities. It is also going to affect the poor Hindus, the poor Dalits. So the only aim, it looks like, shut down all the institutions in India in the name of foreign funding. What is that foreign funding? How much? And finding one single fault, you want to just shut down the system, and without prior notice, without any explanation to that. In certain cases, even the magistrates have been bypassed. So, Dadurbabu, we want to stay together with you, but not only by words, but in kind. We want to stay with you. We all Hindus, Christian, Muslims in Goa want to be together. But दाखोवपाचे दांत आनी हावपाचे दांत हे दोनी मातशे तूं amalgamate कर. एक भाशी दांत दाखय. So at least we know where we stand. ह्या आटी मस्क लायता आनी त्या आटी एक थापट चडयता. तेसो गोत खोनाका दोतोर प्रमोद बाब. आतां इस्टर येतलें, तूं इस्टराकूय विश कोतलो. तेच बराबर FCRA बिला खबर सांग लोकांक. Tell us what your stand is on this bill. And all the MLAs, all the ministers, including the Hindu MLAs, including the Hindu ministers, including the minority MLAs, the Christian MLAs and the Christian ministers, the legislative parties of all the parties, the MLAs, especially of the oppositions, you have to speak out on this FCRA bill. Who is going to speak for us? And mind you, if this bill, if it is passed arbitrarily because of the full majority in the parliament, I look at it that there's a lot of going to be a backlash from international communities also. It is not going to be only among the minority, because this will affect also the other organizations from India which are working abroad. I don't understand whether these repercussions have been not studied properly. As a layperson, I feel there will be a repercussion. I hope and I pray on this Good Friday, with the sacrifice of our Lord Jesus and the coming Easter, that this FCRA bill has to be opposed tooth and nail. Not only that, there are some ruling MPs and MLAs from other states of the people who have been supporting the BJP government have also spoken out against these amendments. Like in Kerala, there are politicians who are supporting the BJP, but they have yet brought objections on this. So I hope and I pray our Goans, the politicians and the general public speak out. Speak out. The last thing that we can do is we can speak out and go down smilingly. That at least we spoke out when we are alive. Once we are dead, we cannot even regret. Dev Kare Karo, thank you very much.